welcome everyone to the 7-on-1. I'm your host, C. Mitchell for Point Game Official, and we're here with Coach Jelks of Stevenson High School. What's going on, Coach Jelks? It was a very tough loss this weekend in the third round of the playoffs against Perry. What exactly were you telling your guys going into the offseason?
After that game, I just told the guys how extremely proud I was of them and reaching the Elite Eight. We weren't too happy about the ending of that football game, nor were we too happy about how the game went. But kudos to Perry. They got some really good players over there, really good coaching staff. Coach Smith, I think he told me this is his 32nd year coaching. And so I want to say the last 3 of the 4 years they have been to the quarterfinals and have been eliminated in the quarterfinals. And so kudos to that program. And I was just kind of talking to our guys just about, they showed a lot of resolve throughout this season. And, we're extremely proud of them. We feel like as a program, we took another step. Getting here that first year after COVID, I felt like the cupboard was a little bit bare. And we played a lot of young kids. And so, started out 5-0. And then, just the physicality of the game kind of caught up to us. A lot of guys hurt and things like that. And we ended that season 5-4 and didn't make the playoffs. We made it to the second round of the playoffs last year. And, of course, with that last game against Cedartown, had that catastrophic event. And, our season ended in the second round. And so this year, just making it all the way through and getting to the quarterfinals. I'm proud of these young men for pushing through and getting there. And so we're excited about what's to come. We're improving every year. We know that great things are to come. We let those seniors know how much we love them and, how much we appreciated them and let them know that they could always come back here, lean on us, talk to us, and at the same time and give advice to our up-and-coming kids in the program. And then to those younger guys, to those underclassmen, just, understanding that this thing goes from January. We start up in January and all the way until December. You got to condition your mind to be ready for it to be a year-round commitment. Take that feeling in and know that they got to come back better and stronger. Some of our guys came in today with that mentality, and they got right back in the weight room and continued to grind to get ready for next season.
We spoke about Perry. They have a tremendous team, have a lot of talent. I think just from the eye test, in my opinion, they're probably one of the most complete programs that you played this year on both sides of the ball. What were some of your takeaways from the game? Some of the things that you liked, that you didn't like, and where do you see yourself being able to improve upon?
All of it really was, just it was us, and taking nothing from Perry because that was a really good football team. But we made some of the mistakes, and that swing at the end of the first half and then the beginning of the second half ended up being kind of the key to the game. And so we had an opportunity to go up 14-7 right there before the half, or at least 10-7. Turn the ball over, and then we give them a score right there going into the half. And so instead of us being up 14-7, Perry was up 14-7 going into the half. And then they received the ball in the second half, and we weren't able to get a stop. Busted coverage, and we end up giving up another touchdown and going down 21-7. We just continue to kind of make some other mental errors in the game, and then we kind of got what we got there toward the end. And so again, still proud of the guys for the season. We also definitely wish we could take some of those things back, such as life, man. It's high school football. When you get to the third round, some of those mistakes you just can't afford to make. And a lot of times those games come down to the last play, or they come down to one or two plays. And so just taking that in as a learning experience, and hopefully our guys that are coming back next year receive that, learn from that, and look toward growing and being better next year.
Third round of the playoffs, it's a tremendous feat for you as a coach at this point. Also, you got a lot out of your players. Your players definitely at times even punching up in weight class with some of the players that they play. Where do you take the program in the offseason at this point?
Of course, we always want to get bigger, faster, and stronger in the off season. We encourage these guys to compete and participate in other sports. So we're hoping that this winter we got some guys wrestling and we got some guys going to play basketball. And then in the spring, we want everybody on the track. That speaks volumes for the speed on our team. And Coach Sells does a wonderful job at preparing these guys on the track and getting them faster so that, we got a fast football team in the fall on both sides of the football. And so, we definitely want to push these guys to other sports, track in particular, to make sure that we're getting faster. And, we've got our weight training classes and things like that. We got majority of the guys in the weight training class. And so, we're at the point in our program where we're lifting year round. So throughout the day, we get a good lift in, and then once January gets here, a little after MLK, we'll begin our morning workouts. And so, we get up 5:30 in the morning, come in and work out and do some mat drills and things of that sort, just to begin that process of getting ready for the next year. And then another part of the program that we're extremely excited about is the Character Ed program. So throughout this season, we kind of gave the guys a word for the week, and we kind of expounded upon that word, what that word meant, and how it related to the week and where we are right now in the program, where we are in terms of this season, and where we were in terms of that day, that week. And so, it was fitting that for the last game with Perry, our word for that week was adversity, and we definitely faced it. But we take these things and we incorporate them into their lives, their everyday lives, and we kind of show them how football is life, and the lessons that they're getting here will take them a long way in life. And so, just excited about that character education piece, and we're going to continue to do that throughout the off season. Once a week, we'll have different people come in and kind of speak from different aspects of life. Some alumni, some just in the workforce, some in the NFL, college guys, just coming and giving our athletes a different perspective of what it looks like on the other side of high school. And so showing them how we can go along and, you can take these lessons on with you far and long after you finish playing high school football. Just developing their mind, their spirit, along with the physical um, and the emotional part of our athletes.
What do you feel as though separates Stevenson's program from a lot of other programs?
Myself and the staff, that's kind of around me, really takes time to pour into these kids and make sure that we are developing the entire athlete. And so a lot of times we spend a lot of time with our young men, and we're able to kind of pour in them the importance of getting good grades now, the importance of working hard now. I think that our off-season program, as well as the program in general, is tough. It's hard, and I think that's a little bit different from a lot of places. With Coach Ball, we have one of the best strength coaches in the country, and so even sometimes with Coach Ball putting them through these workouts, I shake my head sometimes, but I know it's a method to the madness. We always continue year in and year out to have the best athletes on the field. I'm just excited about what's going to happen with these young guys that are coming up. Having Coach Ball and having some of the other coaches that we have on this staff, it separates us. We have a working relationship with teachers in the building. So academics are a huge thing. We kind of check those grades bi-weekly, making sure that guys are getting assignments turned in and doing what they're supposed to do in the classroom. And it's a good bit of us in the building to be able to help out and and continue to do that. And so grades are definitely important. First of all, if players aren't eligible, you're not going to have a good program. And then second of all, we want them to go on and do great things after they leave here. And so, the academic piece is a huge part of what we're doing.
Last final question. You wrestled when you played football. I wrestled when we played. How do you feel a sport like wrestling translates or helps you out as a football player? I think things like track are more evident, but how's something like wrestling?
Wrestling, it's leverage. It's a combination of being better with leverage, learning how to be lower than that man that you're competing against, and then it's just the simple fact that it's almost a fight. And so wrestling teaches you, it gives you that grit, it gives you that determination to want to win every battle. And that's all football is, a bunch of one-on-one battles. Wrestling goes hand in hand with football in terms of what you're doing on a play-by-play basis. It's
Right.
just you and that other guy in that circle. And so the training that it takes, to make sure that you're at the proper weight, the leverage that you get from wrestling somebody that's the same weight class as you are, and then just the competition factor and wanting to win and wanting to dominate. All of those can translate to football, and so wrestling can definitely help you become a better football player.
Well, I appreciate your time today. I'm gonna let you get out of here. Like I said, we're gonna give the viewers a little treat of some of our previous conversations about some of your up and rising seniors, and also a little bit more insight on Coach Ball and some of the other coaching staff. But congratulations on a tremendous, tremendous season. I look forward to see you guys do a lot more in the upcoming season as well.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you.
All right, talk to you later, Coach.
Moving forward, are there specific players that you're looking for to take a leap next year? And how do you even go about that process? Is it you get somebody else more reps and get them ready for something? Is it just a natural leap for certain people? Or are you taken by surprise sometimes when it happens?
Um, it's some of both. Sometimes I'm definitely taken by surprise. We kind of base that senior year off of what happens with the guys that are in their junior year. Right now, I can tell you it's a ton of talent coming from that middle school that we're extremely excited about. One of the things that we've kind of been thinking about going about it maybe a little bit differently is the last couple of years they end up getting hurt, and so their body just not used to the grind yet. And so we got to be careful in how quick we kind of get those guys on the field, even though we feel like some of them are going to be able to help us immediately. One being Kwame Green Jr., we call KJ. He came from the middle school and a true ninth grader, but he's about 6'3", about 200 pounds. And, we had him playing at defensive end, and he had maybe 3 sacks on the season. He's blocked a punt. His ceiling is really, really high, but then we ended up losing him for the season. Just making sure that these guys, body get ready so that when they become a little bit older, they can be that force to be reckoned with like we see that they can be. But yeah, this rising senior class, a lot of talent. Our quarterback will be a senior. He'll be a 4-year starter, Marty Barton. And so, he's a leader for us now, but looking for great things from Marty. It's quite a few players that we got that'll
Right,
be
right.
returning. That
You
offensive
can't.
line, pretty much that whole offensive line is coming back. We'll lose one,
Okay.
but we'll plug. His replacement is playing now because we lost one of our junior offensive linemen to injury before the season started, and so hopefully we'll get him back here soon, and we'll be able to just bump one guy over and keep rolling. We're excited about what we got here for the next few years.
I really love the camaraderie that you guys as coaches and the bond that you have with your players and being able to motivate them on a certain interpersonal level. Do you feel as though being as close to your staff without being a pushover and still being able to put some discipline together, do you feel like that sets you apart from other programs?
And I think the biggest thing is that all of us have deep affection for each other, and so just like players have to kind of play for each other. As coaches, we coaching for each other, and we all give each other purpose. And so, with Coach Mentor and Coach Sanders, my goal was to have a lot of alumni on this staff because we're gonna feel better about our product than anybody else will. And so we have a couple of guys that aren't alumni that are doing a great job for us as well. The core group of guys though that are alumni are able to speak what we feel into these kids and just kind of remind them that we walk these same hallways, we played on these same fields, and so we understand and know what you're feeling. And I'm fortunate enough to have a group that does respect me, and they continue to just work hard every week, and we hold each other accountable. And being able to do that is probably the hardest part of any coaching journey, is being
Right.
able to have real conversation with your assistant coaches as well as with the head coach. Because I'm, even though I'm the head coach, I want them to hold me accountable as well. I gotta be held accountable for what's going on in certain situations. And so that mixture with Coach Ball in there, he is a mentor. He's the elder statesman there. So he's able to
Right.
kind of keep everybody straight, and we just look at it as an opportunity for us to get better every week. And so that's our goal.